Good morning, Year 3. Welcome to our very first maths lesson online. We are going to be continuing our unit of work which we started already in Year 3. It's multiplication division. On Monday we looked at multiplying by 4. Today we're going to be looking at dividing by 4. So before we get started, can you just check you've got everything you need? You need a sharp pencil, a ruler, your maths book that we gave you previously in the term to work at home with. It should have squares inside, and 20 objects if possible, just 20 little objects. It could be Lego, blocks, coins, anything like that. And if you really haven't got any 20 objects, you can actually just use your pencil if you need to. So just get yourself sorted now. You might need to pause the video to do that. Okay, we're going to start with some big maths this morning. So I want you to just have a little go at practicing counting in your 50s. You might want to jot this down in your maths book to help you, or you might just want to say it out loud. So do that now. And then we've got our Learn It's here that we've been looking at. So we came up with a strategy to help us remember these, didn't we, on Monday? Our 9 plus 8, we looked at that 9, didn't we? And we thought that's a near number. It's a number that's nearly 10, and 10's a really easy one to remember. So 10's a really easy number which we can use to help us calculate with. We looked at these two calculations and we thought, well, we know the doubles, don't we? That will help us work these out. So in your maths book, really quickly, jot down those calculations with the answers. Do that now and pause the video if you need to pause. And then we looked at halving, didn't we? We've been looking at halving these numbers for a little while. So again, in your maths book, I'd like you to write half 300 is half 500 is And I've underlined something to give you that little tip. If you know half of 30, we can make it 10 times bigger, and that will make half of 300. So again, do that in your maths books now. And the last little box is our calculation box. We're working out 22 divided by 3. How many 3's go into 22? And we've done a few of these before, but let's do this very first one together now you're at home. So we're going to count in 3's. We're going to see how many multiples of 3 we can count up to without going past 22. Get your fingers ready. Let's do this together. Here we go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I can't do another one because that doesn't fit in. So I've got 7 lots of 3 I've counted up to, and I've got 22 that's in the question. I only got up to 21, so that's 1 remainder. So the answer would be 22 divided by 3 is 7 remainder 1. And next time we do our big maths, I'd like to see if you can do that one yourself. Okay, so let's move on to our normal maths lesson now. Can you write down the date and a low in your maths book and underline it with a ruler? Pause the video to do that now. And now we're going to just practice counting in our 4's because that's going to be really helpful for our maths today. If it's useful for you to write these down in front of you, please do that, especially if you're not very confident with your 4's yet. If you are very confident, don't write them down. See if you can remember the facts from using your head. Let's go. Let's practice counting in our 4's. Show me your fingers here, and then we're going to count together. Here we go. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. Well done. I'm glad you were with me with that one. Let's move on to our reviewing little slide. I'd like to just review what the division sign looks like and what it means. So I've got a little question here. It says 15 divided by 3 is something. Have a think about what the 15 represents. Have a think about what the 3 represents. So the 15 represents the total. The 3 represents how many groups. You could have a little go at calculating this with your pencil or with your objects you've got in front of you, and some of you might even know the number fact already. Pause the video if you want to have a little go at calculating that. If you don't know the number fact, The answer is 5. 3 goes into 15 5 times. What does that 5 represent? Yeah, the 5 represents how many is in each group. I wonder if you could have a go at drawing a little bar model to represent this problem. So again, with your pencil and your ruler, have a little go. Think carefully about how many parts needs to be in this bar model. So our bar model has 15 as the total, and it has 3 little parts because there are 3 groups and there are 5 in each group. So Alex and Ron have 20 cubes. They share the cubes into 4 equal towers. How many cubes will be in each tower? Now you can use your objects or by drawing to work this out. Have a little go at thinking about what these blanks are going to be. You could write it down or you could just have it in your head ready. Pause the video to do that now. Yep, so there are 5 cubes in each tower. So the calculation would be 20 divided into 4 towers is 5. There are 5 in each one. If you'd like a little challenge, have a go at drawing a bar model. Do that now. So your bar model should look a bit like this. You've got 20 along the top, you've got 4 towers, 4 parts, and you've got 5 in each one. Let's have a look at another way of dividing. Alex and Ron have 20 cubes again. They use the cubes to build towers of 4. How many towers of 4 can they build? Pause the video to do that now and have a think about what the blanks are going to be. Yeah, so you should have 5 towers of 4 this time. So therefore our number sentence would be 20 divided into 4 towers is 5. If you had those numbers the other way round, that's okay. It's not wrong. It's just another way of showing the calculation. Have a go at drawing a bar model if you fancy a challenge. The bar model would be 20 along the top, 20 is the whole part, and we've got 5 little parts with 4 in each one. Here are 12 cakes. They are shared equally between 4 plates. This time, let's see if you can have a go at drawing pictures in your maths book. I would draw 4 plates, nice and big so they don't get too tiny, and I would share out one at a time, drawing those cakes, one on each plate. We've done this before in school, haven't we? And then have a think about what these blanks are going to be here. Pause the video to do that now with your pencil in your book. Okay, so there will be 3 cakes on each plate, and our number sentence would be 12 divided into 4 groups is 3. Let's have a go at another way of dividing those 12 cakes. Here's our 12. Now this time you might want to get your objects if that's more helpful, or again you could draw little dots into your book to represent the cakes. This time I'd like you to group them into plates of 4. So if you're using your pencil, one group would look a bit like this. Okay, so grouping them into 4s. Do that now, and again have a little think about that sentence underneath. So they might look a bit like this. They might look a bit like this in your maths book. And our sentence below will be, there will be 3 plates of 4 cakes. Our number sentence would then be 12 divided into groups of 4 is 3. And again, if you've got those numbers the other way round, that's okay. It's just another way of writing it. So on this side, we've got 2 bar models, and they both show 24 divided by 4. The first way in pink has been grouped into 4s. They've all got an equal group of 4. And the second bar model shows how they've been shared into 4 groups. They've actually got 6 in each group, but there are 4 groups. Thinking about that, having a look at that to help you, can you have a go at drawing 2 bar models which show 28 divided by 4? Use your ruler and pause the video to do that now. Here we go. We've got 2 bar models that show 28 divided by 4. I'm just going to go through one more slide and then it's your turn. Okay, so let's read this question. So the baker has 32 bread rolls. He puts them into packs of 4. How many packs can he fill? I wonder what strategies you could use here. I wonder how many different strategies you could think of to help you solve this problem. Have a think about how you might do it. And I want to show you one more way that we could solve these sorts of problems, a way that you could use in your maths today when you get on with your activity. We could actually use a number line, and we could actually jump up from 0 in 4s and see how many jumps we've got when we get to 32. So we could do 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. Each jump represents a pack. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 packs. Another way of doing it, if I was really great at my 4 times table, I could actually start at 32 and jump backwards and work out how many packs. Depends how confident you're feeling with your 4s though. Okay, I'm going to move on to your activity now. So I'm going to, I'll have this on the screen. There's actually 3 slides of activities. The first 2 slides, including this one, are what I'd like everybody to have a little go at doing. The third slide is a harder challenge. If you feel like you need a bit more of a challenge on this and you felt really confident with the first 2 slides, you could have a go at that. But I wouldn't expect everybody to have a go at that challenge. That's up to you. Depends how you got on today. Okay, so this is the first slide. Read through the questions carefully and answer them in your maths book. We're not going to have steps this time like before. We're just going to have some questions. So I'm going to leave. I'm just going to pause the video. If you pause the video now while you calculate these ones, and then I'm going to flip it onto the next one so you can see the next lot of questions afterwards, and then the extension. I will post up some answers to these questions onto Dojo shortly. Okay, good luck everyone. I look forward to seeing how well you've got on with your maths on your posts on Dojo, so I'll be looking at that, and I look forward to seeing your faces as well later on this afternoon. Bye for now.